have officially jumped into the second half of the Gulf South Conference basketball season. February 1st and 3rd brought Alabama-Huntsville and West Alabama to Walter Sillers Coliseum in Cleveland, and it marked the second time the Delta State women's basketball team played those opponents. Let's start the highlights in the first half against UAH. Becca Rucks working the post, and she gets the score. DSU actually trailing in this one here, 18-12. Shanae Govan out and running. That's her specialty. Feeds Randy Ball for the bucket. Delta down 4 now. Chargers giving Seneca Walton space near the foul line, so she drains the jumper. 19-17, UAH still leading. Govan looking to give another assist here. This one goes to Chastity Hickman in the paint. Lady Statesmen keep it close, but trail the Chargers 27-26 at halftime. So let's take it to the second half. Chelsea Rhodes hits Maisha Stewart on the block. Delta is back in control, 45-41. Now here's what happens in this one. It stays close. Alabama-Huntsville hits 2 free throws with 1:43 on the clock to take a 2-point lead. Rucks comes back with a layup to tie the game at 49 each. No one scored for the final minute 30 of the game, so we're in overtime here. Hickman hits this jumper that is the only field goal of extra time for Delta, and we are tied at 51. The Lady Statesmen finish the rest of the game off with free throws and get a 65-60 overtime win against the Chargers. Delta State picks up 2 wins over UAH this season, but head coach David Midlick says there is no secret or special key to winning the second time around.
There's no secrets. The teams know each other. I think you need to take care of the basketball on offense and try to get the basketball where you want it. And then defensively, you just have to make some key stops. And we did that these last 2 games, and we're going to have to continue to do it for the next 8.
Bit of a different story when it came time to play West Alabama. This one can probably be called an easy win for the Lady Statesmen. Starting the first half, Seneca Walton with the ball. She decides to keep it, fakes out the defender, ends up on the floor, but gets the bucket. Delta up by 4 early on. Chastity Hickman drives a little, but then gives it to Chelsea Rhodes, and the sophomore drains the 3. The lead just keeps growing for Delta. Shanae Govan on the fast break knocks in the layup. Delta State up 37-21 on UWA at halftime. Second half here now, Alexis Ross with the rebound and the putback. 23-point lead for the Lady Statesmen. Randy Ball takes the ball at the foul line, looks to pass, then decides to drive. She banks it in. It's 55-30 DSU. Anissa Jackson goes into the paint, bounce pass to Govan. Shanae goes baseline. No one follows her, so she hits the turnaround jumper. Delta State goes on to beat West Alabama 63-38.
The common thread in it was our defense. To hold Alabama-Huntsville to 60 in an overtime game, and then against West Alabama has been playing well recently to play defensively the way we did. And when you're not shooting the basketball well, that keeps you in games, and we're going to have to continue to do that.
The wins over UAH and UWA helped to right the ship for the Lady Statesmen after the team suffered its first conference loss to West Florida in the previous game.
You know, it was good to come home for two wins, but it's a work in progress defensively. You know, West Florida, the main thing is we didn't box out. I don't think our defense was up to the level that it has been during the year, and I give our young ladies a lot of credit. They committed to defense these last 2 games against 2 teams that could really score the basketball in Huntsville and West Alabama, and they did a great job.
Seneca Walton once again put up good numbers for DSU. In this 2-game series, she had 34 points and 28 rebounds.
Yeah, I think you take it for granted and you know, compliment other people, and I told Seneca that after the game against Huntsville, because I mentioned a few people in the locker room and didn't mention her. She first off has worked so hard this past summer on her conditioning and worked on her game. She demands so much attention down there. The people are very physical with her and try to push her, and she still finds a way to come up like tonight with 20 points and almost 10 rebounds, and then 21 rebounds against Alabama-Huntsville. Well-deserved her Conference Player of the Week. And I know, you know, once she finally leaves Delta State, we won't take her for granted. But she does a great job on the court, great job in the classroom, and she's a leader for us out on the court.
Against West Al, the Delta bench was good for 21 points. The non-starters are proving they can come into the game and mesh and play well for Coach Midlick.
No, I definitely think our reserves that come in have gotten more comfortable as the season's gone along, have had some more confidence. I believe in them. The other players on the floor believe when they come in, and I think that they've had some success in the past few games. Rebecca has, Maisha Stewart, Nissa Jackson, Kanisha played well tonight. Carly hit a 3 at the end. Ashley Brown gives us great minutes. She just hustles. Just been very pleased with how they've come along as the years progressed.
Next up, the Lady Statesmen hit the road to play West Georgia and Shorter. Into the second half of conference play, Coach Midlick says it's time to do a few different things, but also stick to what works.
We discussed that a lot with the staff about putting in new wrinkles on offense. Should we put in a little bit different our zone defense, whatever, and we will. I think it keeps that fresh. I think that gives the players some stuff to look forward to. But overall, we're going to win with our half-court defense, and we're going to win taking care of the basketball. And I think most teams are going to win that way as well too. I think our men's team pretty much tries to have the same formula for doing that as well. So yes, we'll try to put a few things in, and it's funny as well too. We drew up a pie chart today on how much time we should spend on each thing in practice, and we need to make sure that we didn't get too big a piece of pie with some new stuff. That we stick to what has worked for us and still be able to put in a few new things that teams may not expect.
Lady Statesmen fans can listen to the games in Carrollton and Rome, Georgia on our website. For GoStatesmen.com, I'm Katie Smith.